Welcome back, coin collectors and enthusiasts. Rarest coins today, we're diving into the fascinating world of one of the most valuable and elusive coins that might be sitting in your collection or even in your spare change. We're talking about the 1969D Lincoln penny. Most people don't think much about pennies, but this particular year and mint mark hold a surprising secret. The potential to be worth a staggering amount of money, up to $1.8 million. Stick with us as we explore the history, rarity, and incredible value of the 1969D Lincoln penny. Before we get into the rare and valuable aspects of the 1969D Lincoln penny, let's first take a moment to understand the history of the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln penny was introduced in 1909. Featuring the likeness of President Abraham Lincoln, making it one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. Over the years, the design has undergone a few changes, but the penny has remained an essential part of American currency. By 1969, the United States was deep into the 1960s, a time of significant social and political change. The U.S. Mint continued producing the Lincoln penny, which was largely made from copper, and in 1969, coins were being struck in massive numbers. The 1969D penny was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark. But unlike many other pennies of the era, the 1969D Lincoln penny would become famous for something that few collectors could have predicted. Now, here's where things get interesting. The 1969D Lincoln penny is not just any ordinary penny. It has become famous for a rare and valuable minting error known as the double die obverse. This error occurs when the coin is struck by the die more than once, causing certain features to appear doubled or blurred on the coin. In this case, the doubling affects the obverse side of the coin, which includes Lincoln's portrait and the lettering such as Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 1969. The 1969D double die obverse is particularly famous because of how noticeable and distinct the doubling is. Collectors can easily spot the error, especially on the Liberty and the date on the coin, which appear as though they have been stamped multiple times, creating a striking visual effect. This error is considered one of the most dramatic and sought after in the world of coin collecting. You might be asking, how much is a 1969D Lincoln penny really worth? Well, here's the exciting part. While a regular 1969D penny might only be worth 1 cent, a 1969D penny with a double die obverse error can be worth an incredible amount of money. In most cases, a 1969D double die penny in decent condition can be worth anywhere from $50 to $200. But if the coin is in excellent condition and the doubling is particularly strong, the value can skyrocket. The highest known sale of a 1969D double die penny reached a jaw-dropping $1.8 million. This particular coin was sold as auction and was considered to be one of the finest examples of the era. It's a perfect example of how rare and valuable these coins can be. So why is the 1969D Lincoln penny worth so much money? The simple answer is rarity. The 1969D double die error is incredibly uncommon, which makes it a prized possession for collectors. In fact, only a small number of these coins were produced with the error, and even fewer have survived in excellent condition. When a rare coin like this surfaces, collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add it to their collections. Beyond rarity, the 1969D penny also carries historical significance. It was produced during a time of great change in the United States, and coins from this era often carry a certain mystique for collectors. With its unique doubling and rich history, the 1969D Lincoln penny has become one of the most sought-after coins in the numismatic world. Now, if you think you might have a 1969D double die penny in your collection, it's important to know how to identify it. Here are a few tips to help you determine whether your coin could be worth a fortune. 1. Examine the doubling. The most obvious feature of a double die penny is the doubling effect on the obverse side. Check the lettering, especially the word liberty and the date 1969. If the letters appear to have a blurry or shadowed outline, you might be looking at a double die error. 2. Check Lincoln's portrait. The doubling often extends to Lincoln's face as well. Look closely at the details of his cheek, eye, and hair. If you notice any extra lines or shadows, that's another indication that the coin could be a double die. 3. Use magnification. To clearly see the doubling, you may need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. These tools will allow you to examine the coin in detail and spot any subtle signs of doubling that aren't visible to the naked eye. 4. Verify the mint mark. Make sure your coin has the D mint mark, which indicates it was minted in Denver. Only 1,969 D pennies are known to have the double die error, so this is a crucial factor. If you believe you have a 1,969 D double die penny, you might be wondering how to sell it. First, it's essential to have the coin graded by a professional coin grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or a professional coin grading service, PCGS. Grading is a crucial step in determining the coin's value, and the higher the grade, the more money you could potentially earn from the sale. Once your coin is graded, you can sell it through various channels, such as online auction platforms like eBay, specialized coin auctions, or through a reputable coin dealer. Some collectors prefer selling through auction houses to ensure they get the best possible price, especially for high-value coins like the 1,969 D double die penny. In conclusion, the 1,969 D Lincoln penny is far more than just another penny. Thanks to the rare double die error, this coin has become one of the most valuable and sought-after pennies in the world. If you happen to find one, or if it's already part of your collection, you could be holding onto a treasure worth hundreds or even millions of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone with a jar of pennies sitting around, it's worth taking the time to carefully examine your 1,969 D pennies. You never know, you might have a coin worth $1.8 million. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos on rare and valuable coins. Until next time, keep collecting, and who knows, maybe your next find will be a fortune waiting to happen. Hello, coin collectors and enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the world of one of the most surprising and valuable coins that you might have in your collection or even your pocket right now. We're talking about the 1,964 D Lincoln penny. You might think it's just another common penny, but this particular coin has a fascinating story, and it could be worth a fortune. Stick around to find out why the 1,964 D Lincoln penny has become a hidden treasure worth up to $1.9 million. Let's start with a little history. The Lincoln cent, one of the most iconic coins in American history, was first minted in 1909 to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, the design has gone through several changes, but the penny's importance to American currency has remained constant. Fast forward to 1964, a year marked by significant changes in U.S. history, and the Lincoln penny was still a vital part of the nation's coinage. Now, the 1,964 D Lincoln penny, in particular, was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark. This coin, made of copper, was part of a vast number of pennies that were produced that year, with over 4 billion being struck. So, what makes the 1,964 D so special? The answer lies in a rare error that occurred during the minting process. In 1964, a number of 1,964 D Lincoln pennies were struck with a rare minting error known as the double die obverse. This error happens when a coin is struck twice by the dies, causing certain details to appear doubled, especially on the obverse, the front side of the coin, featuring Lincoln's portrait. The 1,964 D double die error is incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. When you examine the coin closely, you might notice that the details on Lincoln's face, the words Liberty, and even the date, have a noticeable doubling effect. It's a stunning error, and the 1,964 D double die obverse is one of the most valuable pennies in the world today. Now, let's get to the exciting part. How much is this penny really worth? The value of a 1964D Lincoln penny depends on its condition and the presence of the double die error. In most cases, a regular 1964D penny might only be worth a few cents. However, if you're lucky enough to have a 1964D double die obverse penny, things change drastically. A 1964D penny with a double die error in good condition can be worth anywhere from $50 to $100. But here's where it gets even more exciting. If the coin is in exceptional condition, especially one with a strong double die strike, it can fetch a much higher price. In fact, the highest known sale of a 1964D double die penny was around $1.9 million. Yes, you heard that right, the $1.9 million. This record-breaking price was achieved at a prestigious auction, where a collector paid top dollar for one of the finest examples of this rare error. So, if you have one of these rare coins in your possession, it could be worth far more than just face value. You might be wondering how to spot a 1964D double die penny in your collection. Here are some key tips. 1. Look for doubling on the obverse. The most noticeable feature of the double die error is the doubling on the lettering and details on the obverse of the coin. Check for double lettering on Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 1964. 2. Examine Lincoln's portrait. The doubling on Lincoln's face is another strong indicator of the error. If you notice any extra outlines or shadows around Lincoln's features, you might be looking at a valuable coin. 3. Check the mint mark. Make sure the coin has the D mint mark, which identifies it as coming from the Denver Mint. The double die error is only found on 1964D pennies, so this is crucial. 4. Use a magnifying glass or loupe. To spot the error clearly, you'll need a magnifying tool like loupe. This allows you to examine the fine details of the coin and confirm whether it has the doubling effect. So why has the 1964D double die penny become so valuable? It's a combination of rarity, historical significance, and the high demand among collectors. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for rare and error coins, and the 1964D double die is one of the most prized examples in the world. Its unique doubling effect makes it a stunning piece of American numismatic history, and its rarity has driven its value through the roof. If you think you've found a 1964D double die penny, you may be wondering how to sell it. Before you do anything, it's important to have the coin professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. The grade will determine the coin's value, and coins with higher grades can fetch far more money. Once the coin is graded, you can auction it through major platforms like eBay or sell it at a coin auction house. If you're not familiar with the process, it's always a good idea to consult with an expert in coin collecting who can guide you in getting the best price for your rare find. So, there you have it. The 1964D Lincoln penny may seem like a typical coin, but thanks to the rare double die error, it can be worth a small fortune. Whether you have a collection of pennies or just happen to find one in your pocket change, be sure to check for this rare error. Who knows, you could be holding onto a coin worth millions. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos about rare and valuable coins. Until next time, keep collecting, and you might just find the next hidden gem. Hey, coin enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about one of the most surprising and valuable pennies that you might not know much about, the 1977 Lincoln penny. Now, most people see a 1977 penny and think it's just another piece of pocket change. But what if I told you this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth up to $1.4 million? That's right, stick with us as we uncover the fascinating history, rare features, and staggering value of the 1977 Lincoln penny. To understand the importance of the 1977 Lincoln penny, it's important to take a step back and explore the history of the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln penny was introduced in 1909 to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, the design has undergone some changes, but the penny has remained a mainstay in U.S. currency. By 1977, the U.S. Mint was continuing to produce millions of pennies each year, and the 1977 penny was no exception. It was struck in copper, and it looked very much like the pennies that came before it, featuring the familiar image of Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. While the 1977 penny itself isn't anything unusual, there is something about certain 1977 pennies that make them incredibly valuable. So, what makes the 1977 Lincoln penny so special? Well, there's a rare minting error that has turned certain 1977 pennies into one of the most sought-after coins by collectors. The error we're talking about is the 1977 double die obverse error, and it's incredibly rare. A double die error happens when a coin is struck more than once, causing the features on the coin to appear doubled or blurry. In the case of the 1977 penny, the error primarily affects the obverse, the front side of the coin. The most noticeable doubling occurs on the word Liberty and the date 1977. If you look closely, you may notice that the letters and numbers appear to be doubled or slightly offset, which is a clear indication of the error. What makes this particular error so valuable is its rarity. Only a small number of these double die pennies were minted, making them highly coveted by collectors. The doubling effect is also quite pronounced, which makes the error easy to spot and adds to its appeal. In fact, a 1977 double die penny has become one of the most desirable error coins in recent years. Now, let's get to the most exciting part of the value of the 1977 Lincoln penny. If you have one of these rare error coins, you could be sitting on a small fortune. While a regular 1977 penny might only be worth its face value of 1 cent, a 1977 penny with a double die error can be worth a lot more. In fact, the highest known sale of a 1977 double die penny fetched an astounding $1.4 million at auction. That's right, a $1.4 million for a penny. This was an exceptional example of the double die error, and it sold for a record-breaking price because of its rarity and condition. Even in less than perfect condition, a 1977 double die penny can still be worth several $100s, and coins in excellent condition can fetch thousands. The key factors that affect the value are the severity of the doubling, the coin's grade, and the overall condition of the penny. The 1977 Lincoln penny is so valuable because of its rarity and the fact that it's part of the ever-popular genre of error coins. Coin collectors love errors because they're rare, unique, and often harder to find. The 1977 double die penny is especially desirable because it's one of the more dramatic and well-known minting errors, and it has a large following in the numismatic community. Another reason for its high value is its historical context. While it might seem like just another coin from the 1970s, the 1977 penny represents a pivotal time in U.S. history. The 1970s were a time of change, and coins from this era have become increasingly sought after by collectors who are interested in not just rarity, but also the era in which the coin was made. If you think you might have a 1977 Lincoln penny with the double die error, it's important to know how to spot it. Here are a few tips to help you identify this valuable coin. 1. Look for doubling on the obverse. The most obvious feature of the 1977 double die penny is the doubling on the front of the coin. The word Liberty and the date 1977 will appear doubled or slightly shifted. In some cases, the doubling is so pronounced that the letters may appear almost like a shadow. 2. Examine Lincoln's portrait. While the doubling is most noticeable on the lettering, it can also extend to Lincoln's portrait. Check for any extra lines or doubling around his features. This is not as common, but some examples of the double die error also show doubling on Lincoln's face. 3. Use magnification. To truly see the doubling clearly, it's best to use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. This will allow you to examine the finer details of the coin and confirm if the doubling is present. 4. Inspect the mint mark. The 1977 Lincoln penny with the double die error was minted in Philadelphia, so it will not have a mint mark. If your coin has a mint mark, it's not a 1977 double die penny. as the error only occurred in coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint. If you believe you've found a 1977 Lincoln penny with the double die error, the next step is to get it professionally graded. The coin's grade will significantly affect its value, and the high-grade coin can fetch much more than one in poor condition. Professional grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or a professional coin grading service, PCGS, will assess your coin's condition and assign it a grade that will help potential buyers determine its value. Once your coin is graded, you can sell it through online auction platforms like eBay, or you can take it to a specialized coin auction house where it may attract collectors willing to pay top dollar. If you're unfamiliar with the process, consulting a reputable coin dealer can help ensure that you get the best price for your rare find. In conclusion, the 1977 Lincoln penny may seem like just another coin from the 1970s, but thanks to the rare double die error, it's anything but ordinary. If you happen to have a 1977 penny with a double die error in your collection, you could be holding onto a coin worth a small fortune, up to $1.4 million in some cases. It's a reminder to always check your pocket change and coin collections closely, as you never know when you might stumble upon a hidden treasure. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video about rare and valuable coins. Until next time, keep collecting, and who knows, you might just have a fortune in your hands. Hey there, coin collectors and enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance, but it has the potential to be worth a small fortune, up to $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. We're diving into the history, rarity, and extraordinary value of the 1989 Lincoln penny. While most people might not give much thought to this penny, there's a rare version of it that is making collectors around the world sit up and take notice. Stick around to find out what makes the 1989 Lincoln penny so valuable and how you could have one hiding in your collection. Before we get into the specifics of the 1989 Lincoln penny, let's quickly take a step back to understand the history of the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln penny was introduced in 1909. Making it one of the longest-running coins in U.S. history. The coin was created to honor Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, and it's one of the most recognizable coins in American currency. Over the years, the design of the Lincoln penny has evolved, but it has remained a symbol of American history and culture. By 1989, the penny had already undergone several changes, including the introduction of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse in 1959. The 1989 penny is part of the long line of pennies that feature Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But despite being a staple of U.S. currency, there's something special about a specific error coin from this year that makes it incredibly valuable. The 1989 Lincoln penny is not just another penny. While most of the coins struck that year are pretty standard, a small number of them are produced with an incredible error known as the double die obverse. This error occurs when a coin is struck more than once, causing the features on the obverse of the coin, the side with Lincoln's portrait, to appear doubled or blurry. In the case of the 1989 Lincoln penny, the double die error affects the inscription Liberty, the date 1989, and the motto In God We Trust. These elements appear to have been struck multiple times, making them look blurry or as if they have a shadow effect. This type of error is highly sought after by collectors, especially when it's as pronounced as it is on the 1989 Lincoln penny. The 1989 double die penny is a rare find because not all of the coins struck that year experienced this error. Only a small number of pennies were affected, making them incredibly rare and valuable. If you happen to find one of these coins, you could be holding onto something worth a significant amount of money. Now, let's get to the exciting part. How much could the 1989 Lincoln penny with the double die error be worth? While most 1989 Lincoln pennies are worth only a penny, or just a little more if they're in particularly good condition, the value of a 1989 double die penny can be astronomical. In fact, The highest known sale of a 1989 Lincoln penny with this era reached an astounding $1.3 million at auction. This was an extraordinary example of the era in almost perfect condition, and it sold for a record-breaking price. Even if your 1989 double-die penny isn't in perfect condition, it can still be worth a lot. In good condition, these coins can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The key factors that affect the value are the severity of the doubling, the coin's grade, and the overall condition of the penny. So, why is the 1989 Lincoln penny with the double-die era so valuable? The main reason is rarity. Era coins, especially those with noticeable and dramatic doubling, are highly coveted by collectors. The 1989 double-die penny stands out because of how clear and striking the error is. When you look at the coin, the doubling on the date and the lettering is easy to spot, which makes it even more appealing to collectors. In addition to rarity, the 1989 Lincoln penny is valuable because it represents a moment in U.S. coinage history. Errors like the double-die are considered anomalies in the minting process, which is why they hold such a special place in the hearts of coin collectors. The combination of rarity, historical significance, and the dramatic appearance of the era has turned the 1989 double-die penny into one of the most desirable coins in the world. If you're wondering whether you have a 1989 Lincoln penny with a double-die era, here are some tips to help you identify it. 1. Look for doubling on the obverse. The most obvious feature of the double-die penny is the doubling on the obverse. Focus on the word liberty and the date 1989. If the letters and numbers look blurry, shifted, or appear to have a shadow effect, you might have a double-die penny. 2. Check "In God We Trust." Another area to inspect is the motto "In God We Trust." The double-die error often affects the letters here as well, causing them to appear doubled or blurry. 3. Examine the date and mint mark. The date will be one of the easiest places to spot doubling. If the digits in 1989 seem to have an extra shadow or offset look, that's a key indicator of the double-die error. Be sure to check the mint mark. This error only occurred in Philadelphia minted pennies, so the coin will have no mint mark. 4. Use magnification. The doubling might be subtle, especially in coins with lower grades, so it's best to use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to get a better look at the details. If you think you've found a 1989 Lincoln penny with a double-die error, the next step is to get it graded by a professional coin grading service. Services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or a professional coin grading service, PCGS, can assess the condition of your coin and assign it a grade. A higher grade coin is worth more, so it's important to have an expert evaluate your penny. Once the coin is graded, you can consider selling it through various channels. You might choose to sell it on auction platforms like eBay or go through a specialized coin auction house. Professional coin dealers can also help you find a buyer for your rare coin. If you're new to selling coins, it's worth consulting with an expert to make sure you're getting the best possible price. In conclusion, the 1989 Lincoln penny with the double-die error is an incredible find for any coin collector. While most 1989 pennies are worth just a penny, this rare error coin can be worth thousands of dollars, and in exceptional cases, up to $1.3 million. Its rarity, historical significance, and striking appearance make it one of the most sought-after error coins in the world. So, if you've been collecting coins or just going through your spare change, make sure to keep an eye out for this rare gem. You never know when you might stumble upon a coin worth a fortune. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content on rare and valuable coins. Until next time, keep collecting, and maybe your next find will be a treasure worth millions. Welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins. In today's video, we're going to explore a coin that might just be sitting in your change drawer right now, waiting to be discovered as a hidden treasury of the 1973 Lincoln penny. At first glance, this penny might seem like just another ordinary piece of currency, but if you look closer, it could be worth up to $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. We're going to dive into the fascinating history of this coin, the rarity that makes it so valuable, and how you can tell if you've got one of these rare pennies on your hands. Stay stick around, because this could be your lucky day. Before we get into the specifics of the 1973D Lincoln penny, let's take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln penny was introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Over the years, the design of the penny has evolved, but it's always been one of the most iconic coins in American history. The penny features Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, the front side, and from 1959 onward, the reverse side featured the Lincoln Memorial until it was replaced by a shield design in 2010. By 1973, the penny had been in circulation for over 6 decades, and the U.S. Mint was continuing to strike millions of pennies every year. The 1973 Lincoln penny was made from copper and features the classic Lincoln Memorial reverse. On the obverse, we see Lincoln's image along with the words "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1973. But here's where it gets interesting. While most 1973 pennies were struck as usual, a small number of them are minted with a rare error that makes them incredibly valuable. What makes the 1973D Lincoln penny stand out is a rare error called the double-die obverse. This error happens when a coin is struck more than once, causing the features on the front of the coin to appear doubled or blurry. In the case of the 1973D penny, the doubling occurs primarily on the inscription "Liberty" and the date 1973, but it can also extend to other areas of the coin, including the motto "In God We Trust." The most noticeable feature of the 1973D double-die obverse penny is the doubling on the letters and numbers. If you examine the coin closely, you may notice that the Liberty and the 1973 appear to have a shadow or second set of images slightly offset from the primary ones. This doubling effect is what makes the coin so valuable and highly sought after by collectors. This error is extremely rare, and it only occurred on a small number of 1973D Lincoln pennies. Because of its rarity, the 1973D double-die obverse penny has become a holy grail for coin collectors, especially those who specialize in error coins. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part. How much is the 1973D Lincoln penny with the double-die obverse actually worth? The answer might surprise you. While most 1973 pennies are worth just 1 cent, a 1973D Lincoln penny with a double-die error can fetch a hefty price, up to $1.5 million in some cases. Yes, you heard that right, the $1.5 million. This record-breaking sale came from a high-quality example of the double-die error in almost mint condition. The rarity, condition, and dramatic appearance of the doubling helped the coin reach this incredible value. Even if your 1973D penny isn't in perfect condition, it can still be worth significantly more than its face value. In good condition, these coins can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the extent of the doubling and the overall state of the coin. The key to unlocking the value of your 1973D penny is identifying the error correctly and getting the coin graded by a professional. So, why is the 1973D Lincoln penny so valuable? The primary reason is rarity. Coins with minting errors, especially those as noticeable and dramatic as the double-die error, are highly prized by collectors. These error coins are rare because they represent a mistake in the minting process, which makes them unique and fascinating to collectors. The 1973D Lincoln penny with the double-die obverse stands out because the doubling is so easy to spot. The letters in Liberty and the numbers in 1973 appear to be duplicated, and the overall effect is quite striking. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for those types of error coins, and the 1973D penny has become one of the most sought-after pennies in recent years. Another reason for its high value is the historical significance of the coin. While the 1973 penny itself might seem like just another coin from the 1970s, the rarity of the error makes it a piece of numismatic history. The 1970s were a time of change in the U.S. economy, and coins from that era have become increasingly collectible over time. If you think you might have a 1973D Lincoln penny with a double die error, it's important to know how to identify it. Here are a few tips to help you determine whether your penny is the rare error coin. 1. Look for doubling on the obverse. The most obvious feature of the double die error is the doubling on the obverse, the front side, of the coin. The word Liberty and the date 1973 should be the first places to check for doubling. If the letters or numbers appear to have a shadow or secondary image slightly offset from the main one, you likely have the error. 2. Examine the motto "In God We Trust." In some cases, the motto "In God We Trust" may also show signs of doubling. If the letters appear blurry or slightly doubled, that's another indicator of the error. 3. Check the mint mark. Since this error only occurred on coins minted in Denver, your penny should have a D mint mark. If it has a mint mark, it means the coin was struck in Denver, and there's a higher chance it could be the rare double die penny. 4. Use magnification. The doubling can sometimes be subtle, so using a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe will help you get a closer look at the features. This will allow you to spot the error more easily. If you think you have a 1973D Lincoln penny with a double die error, the next step is to get it professionally graded. The coin's grade will significantly affect its value, so having it evaluated by a reputable grading service is crucial. Services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can grade your coin and provide you with an official assessment of its condition. Once your penny is graded, you can sell it through various platforms. Online auction sites like eBay are a popular choice, as they allow you to reach a wide audience of collectors. Specialized coin auction houses are also a great place to sell rare coins, as they have experts who can help you get the best price for your coin. If you're unsure about the process of selling a valuable coin, it's always a good idea to consult with a professional coin dealer. They can offer advice on the best ways to sell your coin and ensure that you're getting a fair price for it. In conclusion, the 1973D Lincoln penny with a double die obverse error is a rare and valuable coin that could be worth up to $1.5 million. While most 1973 pennies are worth just 1 cent, the double die error makes certain coins from that year incredibly valuable to collectors. If you find one of those rare pennies, you could be sitting on a small fortune. So, be sure to check your coin collections and change jar carefully. You never know when you might stumble upon a treasure that could make you a millionaire. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more great content on rare and valuable coins. Until next time, keep collecting and keep your eyes peeled, or you could have a fortune in your hands. Hey, coin enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're talking about a coin that could very well be hiding in your collection or change jar right now, a 1979D Lincoln penny. You might not think much of this penny, but hold on tight because some of these coins are worth up to $1.4 million. Yes, that's right, the 1979D Lincoln penny is one of those rare, error-filled coins that could make you a fortune. Stick around, because we're going to uncover the history of this penny, its value, and how you can identify a rare one that's worth big money. Let's start by going back in time. The Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909, has been an integral part of American coinage for over a century. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin was initially created to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. The coin has had multiple design changes over the years, but the general format has remained the same, with Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and various depictions of symbols on the reverse, including the famous Lincoln Memorial. By 1979, the penny had already undergone several changes, but it still bore the same iconic design. The reverse side showed the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was in use from 1959 until 2008. The 1979 Lincoln penny, like most pennies, was struck in copper, and it had a mintage of hundreds of millions that year. However, Something unique occurred during the minting process of the 1979 Lincoln penny that would make some of these coins extremely valuable to collectors. Now, let's talk about the rare and valuable error associated with the 1979 Lincoln penny of the double die obverse. If you're not familiar with coin errors, a double die occurs when the die used to strike the coin gets misaligned or struck multiple times during the minting process. This results in the details on the coin such as letters, numbers, or images appearing doubled or offset. For the 1979 Lincoln penny, this double die error appears on the obverse, where the inscription Liberty, the date 1979, and the motto "In God We Trust" all show signs of doubling. This error is incredibly noticeable, especially when you examine the coin closely. The doubling creates a blurry effect that makes the lettering and numbers appear as if they're shadowed or duplicated, which is the telltale sign of a double die coin. This specific error is relatively rare, and it occurred only on a small percentage of the 1979 Lincoln pennies. The coins affected by this error are highly coveted by collectors, and the more noticeable the doubling, the higher the coin's value. So, how much can a 1979 Lincoln penny with a double die error be worth? Here's the exciting part: these coins can fetch up to $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. A 1979 Lincoln penny with a significant double die error, in exceptional condition, has sold at auction for a whopping $1.4 million. Of course, not every 1979 penny with a double die error will be worth that much. The value of the coin depends on several factors, including the degree of doubling, the overall condition of the penny, and its grade. Coins with more noticeable doubling or in higher grades are worth more. Even if your penny isn't worth $1 million, it could still be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars if it shows significant doubling. The key takeaway here is that the 1979 Lincoln penny with a double die error is extremely valuable, and if you're lucky enough to find one in your collection or spare change, it could be worth a small fortune. Now, you may be wondering why the 1979 Lincoln penny with the double die error is so valuable. The main reason is rarity. Coin errors like this one are considered mistakes in the minting process, and because they happen so infrequently, they become highly desirable to collectors. Error coins are considered to be anomalies, which is what makes them so fascinating to coin enthusiasts. The 1979 Lincoln penny with a double die error is particularly sought after because the doubling is so easy to spot. When you look at the word Liberty or the year 1979, the effect of the doubling is clear, making the coin stand out from the rest. Another reason for its high value is the historical significance of the coin. The 1979 Lincoln penny is part of a long tradition of U.S. coinage, and it represents a specific moment in the history of the penny. Coins from the late 1970s have become increasingly collectible over the years, and the presence of an error only adds to their allure. If you think you might have a 1979 Lincoln penny with a double die error, it's important to know how to identify it. Here are a few key things to look for. 1. Check for doubling on Liberty. The first place to check is the word Liberty on the obverse of the coin. If you see the letters appear doubled or offset, that's a strong indicator that you have a double die penny. 2. Look at the date. The date 1979 is another area to examine. The numbers may appear blurry or shadowed, with a noticeable second image offset slightly from the original. 3. Inspect "In God We Trust." The motto "In God We Trust" can also show signs of doubling, so take a close look at the letters here. 4. Examine the mint mark. Since this error only occurred on pennies minted in Denver, your coin should have a D mint mark. If it has the mint mark, there's a chance it could be the rare double die penny. 5. Use magnification. The doubling might not be immediately obvious, especially on coins in lower grades. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe can help you get a closer look at the details and determine if the doubling is present. If you believe you've found a 1979 Lincoln penny with a double die error, The next step is to get it professionally graded. Grading is important because the condition of the coin significantly impacts its value. A higher grade coin will be worth more, so it's essential to have it evaluated by a reputable grading service. The Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, and the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, are two of the most well-known grading services in the industry. Once your coin has been graded, you can consider selling it. Many collectors choose to sell their coins at auction, whether through online platforms like eBay or through specialized coin auction houses. These auction houses are staffed by experts who understand the value of rare coins and can help you get the best price. If you're not sure about selling the coin on your own, you can also approach a coin dealer who specializes in rare coins. A dealer can help you find a buyer and ensure that you're getting a fair deal. In conclusion, the 1979D Lincoln penny with a double die error is one of the most valuable error coins you can find. While most 1979 pennies are worth just 1 cent, the rare double die version of this penny can be worth up to $1.4 million. If you have one of these coins, you could be holding onto a fortune. Be sure to carefully inspect your collection and any loose change you come across, so you never know when you might find a hidden gem. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on more valuable coin discoveries. Until next time, happy collecting.